So, surprise stream.
Hello everyone, I'm Marty Smith and joining me today is the lovely Giselle Zarzor. How'd I do? Giselle Zarzor, how'd I do?
You're doing great.
I'm working on that. We can already feel the energy in the room. It is electric. We have so much to share over the next hour. Today, you'll hear from two-time world champion Max Verstappen. Let's hear it from Max, everybody.
So.
What a tremendous career is unfolding for him. And of course,
ich bin gerade über was anderes beschäftigt.
Minister of Defense himself, Mr. Sergio Perez, aka Checo.
Minister of Defense.
Checo is
a lot of Mexicans here, huh?
I know, I love it.
Yeah.
A lot of Checo fans. After the official announcement in 2022, we're finally welcoming home eight-time Grand Prix winner Daniel Ricciardo is back with Oracle Red Bull for 2023 after 4 long years away.
So, Season Launch, Red Bull Racing.
Hi everyone, I'm thrilled to be here.
Ich war gerade eben woanders, hab was komplett anderes getan. Da denke ich so, Moment mal, die Launches kommen doch. Dann schaue ich so auf meinem Handy, noch 1 Minute 30 und dann renne ich erstmal zurück in mein Zimmer. Schmeiß schnell OBS an den Stream.
The Formula One team defended its driver championship with Max Verstappen. The 25-year-old won a record-breaking 15 races last year, including 9 of the last 11 races. Max set the new mark for the most wins in an F1 season.
What an unbelievable year. Tremendous year in 2022 for Max. Oracle Red Bull Racing also won the Constructors' Championship in 2022, and we're the only team to have both cars start in the top 4 in every Grand Prix last season. I think we'd all agree 2022 was a fantastic year, to say the least. I want to take a moment to thank the thousands of fans around the globe who are streaming this event today, wherever you're watching from today.
Du guckst auch? Ja, ich gucke auch. Ich reagiere drauf. Das ist gerade Inhalt für Konfi Reaktion. Hallo, alle YouTube-Zuschauer. Das ist random, sehr random.
Where we're going and everything in between.
As always, a massive hello to our members of the paddock and those streaming the event online. A reminder for
Hi, Chibi.
All these can be found at redbullracing.com/the paddock. The paddock is Oracle Red Bull Racing fantastic loyalty platform where fans can earn points, claim rewards, and
wie gesagt, ich war gerade eben für was ganz anderes oben sogar im anderen Teil des Hauses. Mir fällt zufällig durch den Ford-Announcement ein, Moment mal, heute ist doch der Red Bull Launch. Geh auf mein Handy, sehe nur noch 1 Minute 30. Ich renn runter, mach den PC an, mach Streamlabs an und genau wo gerade losgeht, habe ich jetzt die Reaction gestartet. Oh Gott. Wie gesagt, der Red Bull Launch. Wie gesagt, Chibi und auch an alle Zuschauer, die jetzt zum Beispiel vielleicht das auf YouTube gerade sehen. Willkommen zu Konfi Reacts, willkommen zum Konfi F1 Podcast und den Reactions zur neuen Season. Wie gesagt, auch letztes Jahr haben wir einen Podcast zu jedem einzelnen Rennen gemacht, Reactions zu jedem einzelnen Reveal. Wir werden auch noch auf YouTube, Chibi, kommt auch noch die Reaction zum Haas-Design. Das wird noch heute aufgenommen werden, glaube ich. Und deswegen, wir werden auf jeden einzelnen Launch reagieren. Ob nun live sogar, jetzt gerade ist der Livestream live, oder ob es in Podcast-Form dann, wenn ich gerade arbeiten muss oder so, keine Zeit habe, dass wir dann, ja, zum Beispiel im Nachhinein auf den Stream reagieren. Aber ja, Red Bull immer mit Ricciardo zurück bei Red Bull, haben wir auch im Podcast viel drüber geredet. Ah, da ist wieder dein Wagen zurück, wo sich da Ricciardo und Max so kaputt gemacht haben. Aber typisch Red Bull, wir fahren durch die ganze Welt in den verrücktesten Arten und so. Natürlich Aussie von Las Vegas.
Max Verstappen, you are world champion. We are world champion. 2023, now loading.
Moinsen, kommt der Abschluss ein Ori-Stream? Heute Abend ist ein Ori-Stream geplant, aber ich arbeite jetzt erstmal an dem besagten Umzug, deswegen schauen wir mal. Aber es ist eigentlich geplant, heute Abend ein Ori-Stream zu machen.
the Constructor Championship.
It's wonderful to be here in New York with all of you today.
Thank all of you here in the live audience for coming out, and we'll start the day. Come on out, brother.
Come on out, brother.
Team principal and CEO of
Deswegen, also sicherlich Daniel ist, glaube ich, auch da, aber ich habe so kurzfristig den Stream gestartet, dass er jetzt leider nicht mit dabei sein kann. Ich glaube, der erste Konfi F1 Podcast oder Reaction mit nur mir, glaube ich. Sonst war, glaube ich, auch immer Daniel mit dabei. Sorry, Daniel. Nicht stimmt, es gab... Daniel war auch nicht immer überall dabei, aber zumindest, glaube ich, das erste Mal, dass ich es komplett alleine mache.
You know, the US is playing such a big role in Formula One these days. 3 Grand Prix, you know, Las Vegas coming onto the calendar as well this year. So it seemed only fitting, you know, to unveil the RB19 and our plans for the season ahead, you know, here in New York City.
It is unbelievable the growth of Formula One in the United States, even over the past couple of years. How do you describe it?
It's been massive, and you know, it's just been fantastic to see the US really embracing Formula One. And you know, we started with a race in Austin, and then Miami introduced last year, and of course Vegas coming this year. And we're seeing the US really engaging, you know, in Formula One and everything that's going on. We're seeing a much younger demographic, a much younger fan base coming into the sport as well. And you know, we now have so many US partners. It's a really exciting time for Formula One, and you know, particularly in the United States.
And the team performed extremely well, both in Austin and in Miami. What were the keys to you guys doing so well here in the US?
Well, all races carry the same points, but they were 2 big races that we wanted to win. And Miami being the first race was a super tight race, and I think that you know, that was a big race for Max to win, a really tight race. And then, of course, in Austin, it was a weekend that was, you know, quite an emotional weekend. We lost our founder and chairman, Dietrich Mateschitz, and we had the opportunity to win the Constructors' Championship for the first time in 8 years. And on Sunday, you know, Max winning that race, you know, Checo up there on the podium as well, converted those points to win and bring home that Constructors' Championship.
You noted the co-founder of Red Bull, Dietrich Mateschitz. I know you had quite a relationship with him. How do you define the emotion that you guys were experiencing there in Austin, and what is his influence?
Well, of course, he was a huge influence in everything that we did. It was his passion.
Ja, guter Akzent vom Moderator.
Red Bull Group, and you know, that lives on today. And you know, the passion, the determination, the fact that, you know, we're Mavericks, we're pushing the boundaries, we're doing things differently, and then, you know, hence we're here, the only team to announce in the US, and you know, we're getting on with and preparing for the season ahead. We're very exciting about it. We got tremendous support from Red Bull and the shareholders, and looking forward to this busy season in 2023.
I was going to ask you, what's your perspective for 2023 with Red Bull and Honda?
Well, it's going to be an incredible season. Our rivals, you know, for sure, you know, haven't stood still. So, you know, we're expecting, you know, Ferrari to be competitive. Mercedes are going to be there. You know, there's some other teams that could well make some big progress as well. So this time of year, it's all a big unknown, and it's a question of focusing on ourselves, on doing the best that we can. And then in Bahrain, in a couple of weeks' time, we'll get to see everybody's car. And we'll realize, you know, have we missed something, have we not? And then we set off on this 23-race journey between, you know, March and November. And, you know, there's going to be highs and lows along the way, I'm sure. But
das ist echt cool, weißt du, wenn man darüber nachdenkt, in einem Monat oder so, oder eineinhalb Monaten geht es endlich wieder los. Das heißt, ging schneller vorbei, als ich dachte, die Winterpause.
Define for me what that means. Like, what is the challenge?
Define for me what that means.
I think consistency is incredibly important, and I think that, you know, what we achieved last year with, you know, 17 victories out of 22 races, 2 out of the 3 sprint races, you know, we hit a level that we haven't.
Komplette Dominanz von Red Bull.
Both drivers, you know, delivering was a phenomenal performance, and I think that we're going to have to be at the top of our game this year, because, you know, the drivers, the teams that we're up
AJ Styles Akzent, leider Georgia. Ja, Südstaaten-Akzent halt, genau.
So, you know, we're going to have to be at the top of our game this season, and yeah, we're looking forward to it. You know, it's been a good
Georgia,
winter.
Alabama,
chance to
Florida,
recharge the batteries, get focused on the regulation
South
change
Carolina,
this year, some subtle changes
Texas
with the cars
und
for this
so,
year, but, you know,
Louisiana.
ready to go
Missouri
racing again.
auch vielleicht.
And what can you share with us about Grand Tour
Südstaaten.
2023? I know it's a huge initiative.
Yeah, it's a big initiative. It's something that we did in Europe last year, which is basically, I don't think you can call it a rally, but it's a bunch of enthusiasts in very nice cars going from the UK to Austria. Last year we're doing that, are going to do that again in Europe, and we're going to do a road trip as well from, in the build-up to the Vegas race from Los Angeles across. So that's a great initiative. We met some great people and fans of the team on that, and the drivers are going to get involved. Daniel and David Coulthard will be getting involved in that.
Really appreciate your perspective, your leadership of the program. Thank you so much, Christian. We'll see much more of you here in just a bit. Right now, folks, let's take a moment to celebrate some of the athletes from the world of Red Bull. As one of the most visible sponsors in extreme sports globally, Red Bull is an energy drink that broke the mold of what's expected from a brand.
Man hat genau gesehen, wie er das 1:1 vorgelesen hat, von so einem Prompter. Wie gesagt, ob man Red Bull mag oder Red Bull hasst oder einem Red Bull scheißegal ist, man kann nicht denyen, man kann nicht dagegen sprechen, was für einen riesigen Einfluss und Erfolg Red Bull als Branche, als Marke, und auch auf den Extremsport insgesamt einfach hatte, auf alle Arten von Extremsport. Das ist ein riesiger Einfluss,
Now, please
den so niemand
welcome
hat.
Red Bull athletes, Eileen Gu, Miles Chandler-Watson,
Ja, voll schnell, ich weiß noch, ob es
Sepp Powell,
2013
and
4
Letitia
Monate gewartet
Buffoni.
hat. Ja, ich weiß,
So, let's
ich
start
weiß
with
noch
you, Eileen.
2006 und 2005, da hat man noch
At
länger
only 19
gewartet, da
years
gab es nur
old,
19
you're
Rennen.
Olympic champion, professional freestyle skier. I would like to highlight some of your some of the highlights of your career. You're the youngest Olympic champion in freestyle skiing, one of only a handful of free skiers to compete in all 3 disciplines, and first freestyle skier to win 3 medals at a single Winter Olympic. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here. I love F1 so much, and it's really exciting to be a part of this monumental event.
Ich will eine Sache, sie wirkt sehr sympathisch und so, ist bestimmt eine tolle Athletin. Was macht sie in einem F1-Launch? Warum reden wir jetzt über die anderen Sportarten? Wir wollen das Auto sehen, Leute. Wenn du sagen, sie wirkt sehr sympathisch, cool, viele gute Erfolge, nice, ich freue mich für dich. Aber kannst du bitte gehen, ich will das Auto sehen. Dankeschön.
There's so much mental training that goes into it. Learning to deal with pressure, learning to love pressure, learning to overcome it, and learning to be the best version of yourself when the world is watching. And I think that's something that Red Bull does so well, because Red Bull strikes this incredible balance of both symbolizing the epitome of everything that action sports are, while also building this family and this sense of community. So we all love what we do so much. We're all the best in the world at it, and somehow we're all best friends with each other. So that's something that's really incredible.
You talk about balance, and please tell me, how do you balance and prioritize all the aspects of your life? From being a professional athlete, a model, attending Stanford, you seem to be equally driven in all of these activities.
I'm actually in my midterms right now. I wrote my philosophy paper on the way over on the red eye. So that's how I balance
sie kann einfach alles. Sie ist einfach ein Übermensch.
Yeah, so I think for me, everything comes down to passion. I love fashion because I think it's so personal and expressive. And it's a way that I can really be myself through the way that I look. On the other hand, I think skiing really embodies those same traits, but in the way that I feel, in the way that I ski, in the way that I am in the air. And then finally, school to me it's the cognitive aspect, it's the intellectual aspects, it's the way I approach all the other things. And that's what allows me to deal with pressure. It's what allows me to love fashion and to really nerd out about all the materials and the designers. And everything really is interconnected for me, and truly it comes down to the fact that I love everything I do. They balance each other out really well, and it won't let me get burned out.
Good. Now welcome to two-time world champion and 2016 Team Olympic medalist in fencing, Miles Chandler-Watson. Hi, how are you, Miles?
I'm doing great, thank you. Thanks for having me. It's lovely to be here back in cold New York for a lovely event, so thanks again.
Miles, tell me, how is Red Bull different from other companies that partner with athletes?
Well, Red Bull's definitely, they were the first sponsor to ever sign me, but they definitely care about the athletes. You know, they ask us questions. They've been, you know, helping me build and change the sport. And they're very, you know, encouraging and always behind me, which is something that as a partner I always look to have. And they're just amazing people. And it's not really a sponsorship, it's a family, which is, I think, everybody up here, you know, I see them around the world, and it's like truly a family. So that's how they're different in many ways.
Now tell me, what attracted you to F1?
I mean, as a kid growing up in London, I've always loved F1. I've always loved driving fast. And I'm obviously heavily invested. And I just think what they do it's honestly incredible. And then when you get to see it up close, you really get to see that they do put their lives on the line. And I think the TV doesn't do justice. So, like, when you go and see a race, you really see like how mad they are, and it's really incredible to see. So,
everyone's getting so many big names back. Interesting time ahead of us.
Now, next up fresh of X Games in Aspen is 23-year-old Seb Powell. Hi Seb, how are you?
Interessiert keinen, Digga, ich mach mal leiser. Aber hier, was viel interessanter ist, worüber ich jetzt hier in diesem Livestream reden kann, weil diese Nachricht ist der Grund, warum ich den Season Launch nicht verpasst habe. Und zwar, wie gesagt, Ford kehrt nach 19 Jahren zurück in den Sport. Das letzte Mal waren sie ja 2004 noch mit Jaguar da. 2005 hat dann Red Bull Racing übernommen. Deswegen das Lustige ist, dass interessant, dass jetzt genau diese Ford-Announcement kam, nachdem ja Red Bull das Folgeteam von halt dem Ford gesponserten Jaguar-Team war. Deswegen sehr interessant. Und das ist ein riesiger Announcement, weil ich finde das echt gut. Ich finde es wirklich gut mit dem Budget Cap und zusätzlich mit den neuen Regeln, mit den Motoren, dass die Motoren simpler und günstiger geworden sind, kommen jetzt ja, who cares? Jetzt kommt Audi zurück und steigt sogar in Sauber ein. Porsche möchte auch zurückkommen. Ein Deal mit Red Bull ist ja geplatzt. Jetzt kommt Ford auch noch zurück. So viele große Namen. Besonders Porsche und Ford waren früher viel mit Formel 1 involviert. Ich glaube, Audi war nicht so groß mit. Ich kann mich jetzt nicht erinnern, dass Audi jemals groß mit F1 involviert war, aber das ist cool, dass sie jetzt richtig groß mit F1 involviert sind. Das ist richtig gute Nachrichten, weil in letzter Zeit war es ja so, seit der Weltwirtschaftskrise von 2018 ja wirklich viele Teams, Reifenhersteller, Motorenhersteller, so viele Namen haben die Formel 1 verlassen und das Feld wurde immer kleiner und die Gefahr, dass der Formel 1 Sport langsam ausstirbt, war groß, besonders weil die ganzen namhaften Hersteller, Mercedes, BMW, Audi, VW und so weiter, alle sind irgendwie nach Rallye gegangen oder in den Langstreckensport oder halt in ganz groß die Formel E sind die meisten reingegangen. Jetzt aber mit den neuen Regeln, mit den neuen Besitzern kommen die langsam wieder zurück und das zeigt, dass Formel 1 wieder zukunftsfähig geworden ist, dass Formel 1 wieder eine Zukunft hat und nicht am Aussterben ist, sondern das Gegenteil, dass wieder namhafte Firmen wieder zurückkommen. Das ist eine sehr gute Nachricht für Formel 1, meiner Meinung nach. Es fehlt nur noch Lamborghini. Boah, das wäre auch ziemlich geil. Ford hat in Deutschland auch jüngst 1000 Mitarbeiter überlassen. Ford Deutschland ist richtig pissed auf Ford USA. Überlassen? Du meinst entlassen, oder? Oh, das ist echt doof. Ja. Bitter. Ich hoffe, alle Mitarbeiter finden schnell neue Berufe. Aber ja, so gesehen jetzt im sportlichen Aspekt, abseits von dem Business-Aspekt. Chibi, ich habe eine wilde Theorie. Vielleicht partnert Ford gemeinsam mit Andretti. Und so kommt dann Andretti in die Formel 1. Das wäre doch geil, oder? So ein schönes All-American Setup und so. Besonders da Formel 1 sich ja jetzt so krass auf USA fokussiert, mit Miami, mit Las Vegas, mit Dallas, Texas, oder Austin, Texas. Also jetzt gerade dieser riesige Fokus auf die USA. Jetzt haben wir das Haas-Team und dann ein zweites amerikanisches Team mit noch einem amerikanischen Motorenhersteller. Das wäre, glaube ich, richtig gute Publicity und die wollen da, glaube ich, schön einsteigen jetzt in den US-Markt. Das wäre, glaube ich, geil. Ja, wäre geil, ne?
To Red Bull, they loved the idea and they wanted to do it. It took us a long time to prepare and organize everything. I had to train a lot. I had to do over 100 jumps for the actual jump, and it was a lot of work, but we made it somehow.
Worth it.
It was amazing. Yeah, it was a dream come true.
Also Realität, Ford gegen Ferrari.
Last year, the Monaco Grand Prix and Miami. tell me about the experience of being in those Grand Prix.
Well, I'm a huge adrenaline addict. I think everybody on this stage is, but really seeing it in person truly is so different. The drivers are going so fast. I can't even imagine moving at that speed.
Richtig spannend, du Leute. Ja, ihr merkt ja, wie spannend es ist, worüber die Leute da gerade reden. Es ist so spannend, ich habe die ganze Zeit mein Handy vor meinen Augen, um mit dieser Spannung klarzukommen. AlphaTauri wird auch in den USA gezeigt. Ja, habe ich mir schon gedacht. Wenn Red Bull in den USA gezeigt wird, dann AlphaTauri auch. Aber wahrscheinlich wird AlphaTauri wie letztes Jahr wieder nur so ein 20-Sekunden-Video machen. Oder kommt jetzt wieder so eine Model-Show vorher, wie sie es vor ein paar Jahren mal gemacht hat mit ihrem Launch. Das war Digi. Ich will keine Model-Show sehen, ich will einfach fucking, ich will den Wagen sehen. Miami was so hot.
I definitely love going to races. I'll definitely be at more. I think we can settle the dispute that F1 drivers are athletes. So if I hear this again, okay, they are fully athletes. It's so crazy what they do. And I hope to go to Vegas
Ja.
for the race.
Also jeder, der glaubt, dass Formel-1-Fahrer keine Athleten sind und keine Extremsportler sind, der
And yeah, and
hat sich offensichtlich noch nie mit diesem Sport beschäftigt.
be there too. But it was a nice little takeover to kind of show the
Und
fans.
so, warum, wenn ich im Kreis fahre, zählt das als Sport? Da muss ich mich doch nicht anstrengen, ich sitze ja nur im Auto. Wenn du wüsstest, naiver, ignoranter Mensch.
Perfect. Seb, how was Miami for you? Rumors said that you're going back this year.
I'm definitely going back. That was actually so much fun. I've never been to a race either, and to show up and kind of see how it
Also erst mal Sepp gesagt, ich so, was? Nein. Sepp?
We were at the end of the mile stretch in Miami.
Gib mal irgendwelche interessanten Themen, Digga.
Literally sound like jets coming down, and then they do like almost a 90-degree turn, and like just to slow down to that speed after going like jet speed was crazy to see. We got to go to the paddock too and to see how they all operate, like how top secret it is in there too. It was all really cool.
Berlin war,
Would love to do
habe ich noch gar nicht gesehen, die Ergebnisse.
And what about you, Leticia? Tell me about the experience in Miami.
I've been to many races, but Miami was definitely my
Schauen wir mal.
I think just everything about Miami, the weather, she didn't like it. The parties, everything about it was beautiful. I can't wait to go back.
Berlin war.
Let's thank to you all for joining us here today and enjoy the races you will attend this upcoming season, and please keep pushing all the limits on the world sports. Let's check in with Marty. What do you have, Marty?
Ah, es geht weiter. Heilige Scheiße.
Amazing paths that those awesome Red Bull athletes have taken to the pinnacle of their sports, and to see how committed Red Bull
Gibt auch
continues to
noch
be in the
Prognosen
world of
Zeit, um nicht
extreme
angefangen.
sports,
Ah, okay.
and learn about it from those amazing athletes themselves. Oracle Red Bull Racing continues to put fans at the forefront of everything they do.
Look at you.
2023 will be no exception. Let's take a look at someone else who's getting involved.
Ah, ist halt ein altes Auto und da gibt es jetzt irgendeinen Designer. Also ist das nicht dieser bekannte Designer oder so? Ich habe seinen Namen vergessen. Ich erkenne dieses Design oder so, aber ja. Ed Sheeran. Nein, es ist nicht Ed Sheeran. Auch wenn ich eigentlich, wenn ich es auch im ersten Moment gedacht habe. Michael Schulze, ja. Ja, toll, super. Geiles Design. Das wird aber nicht das Design sein von diesem Jahr. Sonst lache ich laut.
I mean, that is cool, and I'm actually a little disappointed. I got to be honest. I thought Christian was going to show up today wearing that suit.
Yeah, it was
Why didn't you get that suit, man? You'd look fantastic in that suit. It is time now to talk about
Schön, wie Christian nichts mehr sagen konnte. Christian schon jetzt dreimal unterbrochen.
With Oracle Red Bull Racing than ever before.
Dreimal
We're
unterbrochen.
launching a competition
Amerikanisches
called
Rein.
Make Your Mark, powered
Make
by
a wish.
Oracle.
Das ist von Twitter,
Christian,
das
what more can
Bild.
you tell us about this initiative?
Well, this is very much about getting the fans involved
Umfang
in
von der Berlin war
the
deutlich auf
livery
Englisch
and the
reden.
look of the car. So for the 3 US races that we have this year, for the first time ever, we're going to get the fans involved to create the livery for those 3 races. It's going to be a competition. it's a huge opportunity, and we've thought long and hard about it. But we know it's what people want to see, to be able to get involved, and this is your chance to be able to do that. So for the first race, obviously US race in May in Miami, the competition opens I think today, and to get involved and come up with some interesting liveries. That there'll be then a panel of judges, and we'll pick out the best and most striking ones for these three iconic races.
How fun. I mean, what an awesome initiative to get the fans even more involved than they've ever been. For more information on this, guys, make your mark. You can go to the paddock, and no doubt across social media you'll see so much more on this initiative in the foreseeable future. Head to redbullracing.com/the paddock to find out more. Absolutely awesome opportunity for the fans. It sounds amazing, and definitely I'm going to get on board. Something special happening here with Mr. Doodle and the RB14 show car, right?
Yeah, so we saw the video of Mr. Doodle there taking one of our old show cars, and he's done a unique livery on it. You can see it's we're going to auction that car for our charity, our nominated charity, Wings for Life. And every single penny from that auction for that car is going to go to the charity. So the auction again is going to open. I think it opens today.
Danke für den Follow.
Through Christie's, and
habe ich gerade jetzt zufällig gesehen, a few seconds ago.
Great in somebody's living room.
Dankeschön.
So on somebody's wall. I mean, it's
schau gerne auf unserem YouTube-Kanal vorbei. Konfi-Kanal oder auch unserem Konfi Reaktion-Kanal, weil da kommt dann der ganze F1-Content.
He lives in a house that looks like that.
Did he do your house?
Exo-Stranger. Exo-Stranger.
But Max, saw him doing it, was hugely impressed. So maybe he's going to put in a bid as well.
So what you're telling me is when you guys get to Miami, it's Max who's going to be wearing that suit.
Well, you never know. But look, this is a really cool initiative to buy one of our former cars. They're not, we don't sell many cars. It is a show car, but in this unique Doodle livery, and every single penny going towards Wings for Life, that's looking to find a cure for spinal cord injury and damage.
I love that it benefits Wings for Life. That is wonderful. Okay, guys, now we're going to hang out with a very special person, and we're going to welcome him back home to the world of Oracle Red Bull Racing. It's our boy, and we're happy to have him back.
It's our boy. Okay.
Please, let's give a big round of applause and welcome back 8-time Grand Prix winner and one of the friendliest drivers in the F1 grid, Daniel Ricciardo, to Oracle Red Bull Racing.
Ooh.
Daniel, you spent
where did your failure
the
lead
first decade of
to?
your
Back to
Formula
me.
One career with
Krabbelt wieder zurück zu Red Bull. Und nicht mal als
Driver.
Driver.
How does it feel to be back in this stage?
Feels amazing. Hello, everyone. It feels it's like returning home, and after kind of in this now like second phase of my career, it feels warm and cozy. A lot of familiar faces, and back in the family. A lot of fond memories.
Can you explain us a little bit more about this new role that you will have with the team?
Yes, I'll attend some races, obviously, and it's really just to help also develop the car, use my experience, a lot of simulator work, and just keep involved in the sport.
Interessant, dass wir jetzt auch Castore haben. Castore ist jetzt überall, Digga.
Try and obviously help the team as much as possible. More obviously behind the scenes, but when I'm trackside as well, I'll get nice and close to all the engineers and find out where I can help and contribute.
What was your reaction watching Max and Oracle Red Bull Racing winning a back-to-back World Championship in 2022 and the addition of the Constructors title?
I mean, at the time I was definitely envious because I was competing against them last year, but it was really, honestly, really cool to see. And the start of the season was like nip and tuck, with the battle with Ferrari as well, and then the way that Red Bull was able just to kind of continue to press on through the year and ultimately dominate what looked like really the second half of the season was really impressive. So many members of the team I worked with and I was so happy for, and really cool to see them back on top.
You are the first person we're seeing this year in person, wearing the new Castor kit, the kit that you will be using in 2023. So please tell me about this kit. What are your thoughts on this Castor kit? Maybe you can...
Do you want me to model?
Yeah. Da-na-na-na-na. Great.
Well, as you can see, it's very flexible, very usable, wearable. So no, it looks great. I mean, for me as well, like putting the Red Bull uniform back on. Obviously, it's a new Castor one as well, but just yeah, it's like it's a happy feeling for me. Certainly some strong like nostalgia and all of that. But yeah, I think we look good. I did a workout in it this morning. Not really. We had an early start, but I'll do a workout later and let you know how it is.
It's pretty good. You look great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel, for being here with us. It's a pleasure to see you back with the team. And right now, let's take a look at the 2023 brand shift. True to form, Oracle Red Bull Racing got fans involved, making them one of the first people, besides Daniel, of course, that were lucky enough to wear the new Castor team wear for 2023. Our fans were also treated to a sneak peek of the new range of caps and footwear developed by the team by US-based pioneers New Era and APL. What a lineup. Let's check it out.
Everyone's excited. You're competing against the best in the world. Same goal. It's about winning. But for me, the most important thing is that I can be myself and really express myself. It's about what people don't see. Like they say, it's what you do in the shadow. It definitely is a very big team effort. At the end of the day, it's all to try and push the team forward. They give everything. We are all in that car, although I'm driving. What do we have here? New team kit. That's exactly what you want. We're gonna be pretty fresh.
Der dann nicht, dass einfach Tauri ist hier mit der Model-Show nochmal.
I'm still, growing, learning, getting more experience on track, off track, in general in life. To be honest, my goal is just to try and be better again. I'm gonna give my best throughout the year. Try to be a good example for the younger generations.
Wie viel Geld diese langweilig gesteckt wurde. Wir sollen ihre Ohrringe rausnehmen für das Mic. Stimmt.
Say hello to two-time defending Formula One World Champion Max Verstappen.
Hier ist mein Red Bull.
Checo Perez, and of course we welcome back Christian Horner, team principal as well. Checo, I want to start with you. Welcome to New York, man. What should it tell us that Oracle
Warum hat er keinen richtigen New York Akzent? Welcome to New York, man.
Yeah, well, I think it's growing so much in the US support for our team. Everywhere we go, we have already 3 races in the US, and we can see that definitely
wir haben 3 races, also Baumrennen, wir haben Baumrennen in der US.
This country, which is great. So, yeah, we're very privileged to have so much support from the US.
Max, it's one thing to win one world championship. Obviously, it's a dream, but to defend it is an entirely different challenge. Why were you and your team able to do that?
Well, I mean, of course we did last year, but yeah, we're just very excited to, to come here. We know, like Checo said,
3 races,
is incredibly important to us. We
have
3 races now. This year, I think we're all very much looking forward to, and they're also very different to each other, So, yeah, to be here today. And also from our side, we're very optimistic.
Digga, das sind schon 34 Minuten, ey. Kill me, Jesus. 34 Minuten muss ich auf Max Verstappen warten und Checo Perez.
In every Grand Prix of 2020. What's the challenge of accomplishing that?
Yeah, definitely is to keep progressing. The competition is getting better, and so we have to keep progressing. We have to be better than we were last year, and that's going to be really difficult. But as a team, we're giving everything. It's been a very busy winter for all of us, so we're really looking forward to the start of the season.
One of your main jobs, Christian, is to try to achieve something that resembles harmony within the organization. What is the challenge when you have two world-class championship caliber teams battling against one another to maintain that?
Du meinst Fahrer.
Well, we're very lucky. We've got two fantastic drivers, and you know, their combined efforts the last 2 years have been stunning. Obviously, you know, that first Drivers' World Championship for Max in 21, and then you know the double championship last year, and you know, winning 17 Grand Prix between the two of them, and you know, first and third in the Drivers' Championship, and of course bringing home that Constructors' Championship back to Oracle Red Bull Racing for the first time in 8 years. And you know, these guys, you know, I think it's the best pairing we've ever had in Formula One. It's been hugely successful, and you know, we're going to need every bit of that this year as we go against some big opponents. You know, with you know, with the other teams looking to come back at us after such a dominant season last year. But you know, we're very fortunate to have two such talented drivers.
Max, you don't strike me as someone who rests very much. You seem to continue to want to push and find the maximum performance within yourself. But as you have reflected on back-to-back championships, how do you define what
Lauda und Prost? Das war auch eine Hammer-Kombo.
Yeah, of course, it's been great. When you're a little kid and you're working towards your dream, your goal, first of all, that is to try and become a Formula One driver. Then, of course, the next steps are about trying to win a race. You know,
Button Hamilton war auch immer starke Kombo.
Eventually, the big dream is, of course, to win a championship.
Multi 21, 21, Multi 2-1, Multi 2-1. Multi 21, Seth? Multi 21.
I felt like I had achieved everything I wanted in my sporting career. But then it's all about trying to stay there, because that's probably even harder than getting there. And that's why I think last year was a very good test, you know, to see if we could do that. But also from my side, you know, I constantly try to improve myself, because nobody is perfect. And I think throughout your whole career, I think you are always improving, learning from just general life experiences.
Jetzt, er sagt, nobody's perfect, muss er direkt schlucken, weil er gelogen hat und er denkt, er ist perfekt. Kappe. Ja, alles gut. Max ist ein Arsch, aber ja, ich glaube nicht, dass er arrogant, er wirkte nie arrogant. Er ist zwar ein Arschloch immer und unhöflich und so weiter, aber er ist nie arrogant gewesen, meiner Meinung nach. Es gab andere Fahrer bei Hamilton, die waren immer sehr arrogant, bis hier zum Mond. Das habe ich gesagt, stimmt wohl. Ja, Digga, ich bin nicht full of energy, weil ich hier langsam einschlafe, Leute.
Is a championship expectation now. So how do you define success in 2023 for this program?
Well, it's a different situation for us, you know, defending those titles. We go from being the hunter to the hunted, and I think that you know, everybody in the team is so motivated and fully up for this challenge. I think, you know, having tasted that success last year, there's some subtle regulation changes for this year. You know, everybody back in the factory is just pushing flat out, and you know, we're excited to see the car for the run for the first time. Only 3 days of testing before we go racing, and then, you know, as these guys say, it's going to be 9 months traveling around the world, you know, racing at all these different venues, and it's going to be, I think, an incredibly competitive year this year.
For both of you, here in the United States, we're seeing this explosion of popularity in Formula One. How do you describe the global passion of the F1 fan base?
Ich schaue keine Loser an der im Tabellenende.
Definitely focus more on the US as well, because we knew that we were definitely lacking there still. So they definitely have done an incredible job in boosting it in the US, and then of course also through Netflix. I guess everyone in here has Netflix, so
they're here somewhere, brother.
Yeah,
I signed my life away.
Gewinn diese Woche habe für
you
euch
watch a lot of Netflix, right? So, of course, having the series on Netflix helped a lot to get a bit more of an insight.
Ich rede über Münsters irgendwo und die Sacken.
It always felt like probably F1 was quite a closed environment. You couldn't really get into.
Gewinnt diese Woche habe für euch. Danke, Chibi. Herz geht an dich raus, Chibi. Christoph, fuck you.
That helped a lot, that you can see a little bit more of the personality behind it as well.
When you go home to Mexico,
who cares?
Crazy. How do you describe the passion of the fans?
Leider kommt das Best of erst nächstes Jahr raus.
You know, like Max says, you know, I think certainly Netflix has.
Darüber, das kümmert dich. Ich kann dich treffen. Und der RSA kommt auch erst nächstes Jahr.
What we go through, you know, because we go through so much for 9 months a year. You know, we have good days, bad days, so we show a lot of emotions. And the fans are always with us, you know, so we are very privileged to have them.
Das wäre ein guter
to
Zeitpunkt,
receive
ne?
the support we get, you know, so yeah, I'm extremely lucky to have the amount of support I get around the world and especially here in the US.
Love it. Christian, what is the team's plan for show runs?
Das ist mir egal.
Well, we got a busy.
Ich mach Gruppenstraf. Das ist immer sehr fair.
Ich
meine, wer liebt es nicht, wenn die
Daniel being back in the team,
wenn die Lehrer eine
driving
Gruppenstrafe
at all
gemacht haben.
kinds of different venues, and you know this includes 2 in the US.
Best of
They're going to be
3 für 300
announced,
Pass.
you know, in Chicago and Nashville.
Jetzt muss ich nur noch die ganzen Bots löschen.
Yeah, we're looking forward to
Dann
taking
gehen die Abo-Zahlen wieder runter, muss ich nie das machen.
And you know, the show runs
Kappa.
have been tremendously successful in terms of just exposing Formula One, seeing these cars where you wouldn't expect to see them, and you know, lighting up the streets in Chicago and Nashville is going to be a lot of fun this year.
Really appreciate your perspective, gentlemen. Thank you so much. And I got to tell you, Christian, Daniel Ricciardo let loose in Nashville, Tennessee, unsupervised is a scary, scary thing. Oracle Red Bull Racing has always pushed the limits on where to go next. Let's take a look at the ultimate road trip across America from Oracle Red Bull Racing.
Wow, es passiert endlich wieder was. Heilige Scheiße.
Initiate car drop, Manhattan, Nevada.
LNK, ja, natürlich. Das ist ein 4. LN4. Der Chef von Red Bull ist die ganze Zeit so Zeit. Ja, Digga, ihr seht ja, bin auch schon eingeschlafen. Lando Norris, Nummer 4.
I can't wait to race the streets. It's going to be even better when there's no traffic ahead of you. Max, get to Austin and hand over the checker. Hell yeah.
Max Verstappen, you are world champion. We are world champions.
Thanks, amigo. Checo, we need you at the launch.
Kennedy Space Center. War das gerade eine fucking Made in Heaven Referenz? Hold on, wait a minute. Hold the fuck on. Lando Norris, ne, mit I, nicht mit Y. Gott. Piep, piep. Oh, der zeigt das scheiß Auto. Ich warte jetzt schon 42 Minuten auf die verfickte Scheiße. Es sieht genau gleich aus wie letztes Jahr. Woo! Es sieht genau gleich aus. Ich habe 42 Minuten für ein Auto gewartet, was genau gleich aussieht. Let's fucking go.
Wow.
Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Go over there, brother.
I'm sure it looks like a championship car.
That is a beautiful, beautiful racing machine. I like the matte finish on it. Christian, what more can you tell us about the RB19?
Well, obviously the regulations are very stable, so it's taking all the lessons from the RB18 that was, of course, our most successful ever
Danke
car.
für
There's
meine
been
verlorene
some
Zeit, die ich
aerodynamic
hinzubekommen werde.
changes that affect all of the teams. And so, harnessing and trying to optimize those is one of the challenges. The tires are slightly different as well this year within the new regulations, but RB19 draws on all the strengths, hopefully, from what was, as I say, our most successful ever car.
Gibt's
what were
irgendeine
your
Änderung in
thoughts
diesem
on the
Auto?
first time that you saw the RB19?
it's right now.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think our livery, has been pretty similar for a couple of years now, but I actually, always find it a cool-looking car. It really
macht mal eine andere Livery. Literally seit 2016 oder so haben die die ganze Zeit dieselbe fucking Livery bei Red Bull.
Of course, we have a few more partners on the car, a few new partners as well, and that's where it's all about.
Nee, die Reifen sind nicht neu. Die Reifen waren letztes Jahr neu. Die sind jetzt auch genau gleich wie letztes Jahr.
Yeah, for now it's about getting up to a good physical level before the season starts, because it's very short time that we get in the car. We're gonna be having just a day and a half each on the car before the season starts. So it's really how much you can do now and the work you do with the engineers for now. And that's the key, that's the
ja, definitiv. Also diesen Launch rate ich irgendwie 0 von 10.
What about the same work that you'll be doing back in the factory?
Okay, sagen wir mal nicht so ungefähr 1 von 10. Das Auto sieht genau gleich 1 zu 1 aus wie letztes Jahr.
In a couple weeks getting ready for the season and
der Teppich in das Fußball, natürlich.
Let's say my work and my contribution, and let the boys take the track stuff, and I'll be working behind the scenes, and again try to just develop the car, help understand the direction also that Checo and Max want to take it, and try and lend some of my experience as well to the track and the engineers.
Max, have you done any testing in it yet? Have you done any testing at all in that yet?
Only on the simulator.
What are the differences?
Yeah, I mean, coming out of last year, you get a bit of a picture of what you want from the car, what you want to improve. So that's what we tried to do with this year's car. I cannot get into too many details about it. But you constantly just try to make it better. And that's what you're working on. On the simulator, you try to really, get the reference between the simulator and the real track. You try to correlate it as well as you can. And that's a continuous process. But the first feelings have been really good.
Checo, now that you've seen the car, what are the thing that you expected the most for the 2023 season?
Well, once you get to see your new car, you really get excited and you really realize that the season is about to start. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a very long season, plenty of races. So for me, I think it's very important, Bahrain, to get to meet the car, see how it is, and hopefully we have a very first good introduction, because that will set up to a great year.
Daniel, you've had quite a journey from the last time that you were with the Red Bull team. How are you different? How have you evolved since you left here 4 years ago?
Well, I think every year in the sport you learn so much, and I feel like you grow up a lot quicker as well. I'm still immature, but like in other ways, you grow up. And it's like I've gone through, in that time since 2018, gone through some challenges. Certainly some things I was, let's say proud of and learnt a lot from, but also challenging times and the like character building stuff where you have to dig deep and kind of find yourself a little bit. To come back into the Red Bull family and back to familiar ground, I think it's really perfect for me for this season, and looking forward to a different looking year for me.
Great to see you back here, man. Love your spirit so much. What an unbelievable show so far. We've already covered so much. Fans designing the RB19 for all 3 U.S. races. A welcome back to our favorite Aussie, Danny Rick, and a first look at the RB19. So much excitement for the upcoming season. What more can we take?
Well, Marty, we know that 2026 will see F1 next big step change, and today we have some exciting news to reveal for the team's future. Let's take a look at a special message for the Ford Motor Company.
Was? Wait a minute. Aber die haben doch Honda schon. Da wurde jetzt einfach der Name Ford gedroppt. Jetzt kommt jetzt erstmal Red Bull Ford. Sie hat linken Ohren rausgenommen, ja. Red Bull Ford Powertrains?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome now the president and CEO of Ford Motor Company,
What the
Jim
fuck?
Farley. This is huge news to round out our launch event here in New York. Here he comes, as you can see.
Okay, holy shit, what the hell?
In a Red Bull themed E-Ford.
Okay, habe ich wenigstens nicht umsonst 49 Minuten gewartet. Wenigstens eine wichtige Nachricht. Ford ist der neue Partner von Red Bull Powertrains. Okay, das ist groß. Das ist groß. Holy shit.
Jim, good morning.
Bye Honda.
How you doing, man?
Hallo Ford.
I'm doing great.
Welcome.
With all these people, it's fantastic. I know you all own Fords, right?
It is
Deswegen
fantastic,
sind sie in
and
New
I'm just
York,
gonna-
wegen Ford.
I'm gonna give you to the
Deswegen
floor
sind sie
to
in New
share
York.
your news. Jim,
Holy
you're first.
shit.
Well, I have to say, Ford is going to return to Formula One after more than 20 years. And we looked at a lot of options as good business people, and we wanted to go in the direction that was
Holy
authentic
fuck.
to us. So we've decided to have a strategic partnership and a technical partnership with Red Bull Powertrains to enter Formula One in 2026. And we want to help Kristen and these fantastic drivers, the whole Red Bull racing team, to deliver the goods on the track. It's a huge moment for the Ford family around the world. We have almost 200,000 employees, and we are really excited to engage a whole new generation of customers with our electric vehicles. So it's a big deal for us. We're really excited about the sustainable direction of the sport. We're on the same mission at Ford, and we cannot wait to go racing with you, Kristen.
Fantastic.
What are your
Holy
thoughts on the
shit, das ist
partnership?
huge.
Well,
Das
look,
ist
I mean,
huge.
this is tremendously exciting. It's a big moment for us, for our team, for Red Bull Powertrains as we've started on this journey for 2026 and to welcome the Ford
Da steht
brand
sogar noch Honda.
back into Formula
Da unten
One.
steht sogar noch Honda in dem
A
Auto.
Red Bull Ford, engine and power unit is going to be incredibly exciting, and for us having the ability to draw on your experience, your EV knowledge and
Warum
just
droppt man
depth of
Honda?
resource
Das verstehe ich nicht, aber
is,
krass.
tremendously exciting. And I think from the first moment that we met and spoke, and and with Bill Ford as well.
Weil eigentlich haben wir doch mit
it
Honda
was
jetzt
very
diesen neuen
clear
Titel
that there
gewonnen.
was, a natural
Verstehe ich
synergy
irgendwie nicht,
between,
aber krass.
the
Krass.
two companies, and it was a very easy deal to put together because the desire was there from both
Tja,
sides.
Porsche hat
So,
verkackt,
we're
jetzt ist Ford
incredibly
drin.
excited in this
Wow,
next chapter
das hat keiner
for
erwartet.
Red Bull.
Das hat
as we
keiner
bring the power
erwartet.
unit in-house, with your support. So it's a big moment for us.
And I know
Ich bin
that
grad baff, das
AlphaTauri
habe ich nicht
is
erwartet.
also involved in
Das
this.
habe ich nicht erwartet.
Well, it's the power unit supply. So Red Bull Powertrains, will be supplying both teams in 2026. So it's 2026 seems like a long way away, but it's in engine world. It's tomorrow. So we've got a lot of ground to cover. In a 3-year period from a startup, we've recruited some incredible talent. We've got some great people within the team, and now to be able to draw on all of Ford's expertise and knowledge, and Jim's a racer as well. He's got that racing spirit, and I think with Jim and Bill behind this project, we're really excited about what we can achieve.
Well, Ford's commitment to greatness in racing is obvious in other forms.
Dann ist es wirklich Ford gegen Ferrari. Mit Red Bull und Ferrari dann.
Heard on the
Holy
street.
shit.
I mean, the word is that Max and Checo have already been having a little fun in Ford's electric vehicles. Let's take a look.
Ich weiß gar nicht, was ich sagen soll. Also, wow. Wie gesagt, ich meine, man hatte die erfolgreiche Partnerschaft mit Honda, mit denen man jetzt die beiden Titel Back-to-Back gewonnen hat. Aber man droppt das für Ford, man droppt das für den amerikanischen Markt. Und was für eine Ironie ist das? Ich habe es ja gerade am Anfang des Streams noch gesagt. Ford joint jetzt dem Team, was damals Jaguar übernommen hat. Red Bull ist der Nachfolger vom Ford-Werksteam gewesen. Und jetzt kommt Ford zurück zu Red Bull. Also es ist, wow, es ist quasi wieder full circle. Krass.
Unbelievable. I think it was accelerating faster than a Formula One car, so it was incredible. 4-wheel drive, but I was still having wheel spin, so it was good. It was a very fun day as well.
Checo, you had the chance to drive the incredible
Wow.
Mach E 1400 in Atlanta. How did it go?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun in Road Atlanta. Actually, it was a great track, and it was really funny. And yeah, the amount of power you get through the four wheels, it was pretty impressive. And yeah, I was pretty shocked also with the amount of downforce we had. So it was a great preparation for the season.
And Max, what experience did you got with the Ford carts?
Yeah, it was a great experience. Like, we had a few models there, and also the F-150 Lightning. I think the Mach-E was there, basically, like it is there. And yeah, I got to experience it all. You know, the power, but also the comfort. So yeah, it was a great day. Everything was explained well to me. And the funny thing for me also to find out was that the F-150. That if you have a problem with your house and you have no power, it can power your house for 3 days. So if I ever have an issue, I know what to do.
Okay.
Good.
How are they going to leave you out of this? What are they doing? What are you doing with the new Ford vehicle?
We'll see. I'm off to Detroit next week, so I'm sure we'll have a bit of fun there. And one of my go-tos or my yeah. I have a Raptor, so...
That's what I was going to say. I heard you had a Raptor.
I'm a truck guy, so yeah, I bought a Raptor, yeah, like 5-6 years ago, and I love it. So that's a little bit of the Aussie in me as well, you know, with a big kind of, we call them utes, but they're called trucks out here.
You already poking Jim to make sure that you get the best opportunity up there at Ford in Detroit?
Already. He's ready.
I love it. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate your insight. Let's take a look at another video.
Yeah, it really takes off.
Truck, I like it.
So cool. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more very special guest today here in New York City. Can you please extend a huge welcome to the head of Formula One himself, Mr. Stefano Domenicali.
Okay, und Stefano Domenicali ist auch da. Und wie lange geht dieser Launch noch? Ja, du hast etwas sehr Interessantes verpasst. Ford ist in der Formel 1 und Ford ist der neue Partner von Red Bull. Ford ist der neue Partner von Red Bull Powertrains.
Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Is it Stefano?
He's on the way.
Yeah? Okay, he's coming, he's coming.
He's hiding.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
yeah.
How do you hope to be an ear and give some insight to these guys? I know you're going to spend a lot of time in the sim too.
Yeah, so also like on race weekends, you know, I'll listen in and I'll, let's say, if I'm not at the circuit, I'll have access to all the communications and, you know, staying close with all the engineers and being on chat channels with them and stuff and just finding out if there's anything, trying to figure out like what trends we're starting to see and because even if they're winning every race, like no car's perfect, you're always trying to chase something, so try and kind of understand the direction they want the car to go in and develop. And if I have an idea or something maybe I've learned in the last few years with, you know, racing with other teams perhaps, try to lend some guidance or advice or something for me to test in the simulator and try it and give feedback if it's maybe positive.
Yeah, I mean, look, for us to have 3 such quality drivers to bring Daniel back home, you know, after 4 years. You know, he went on his journey via the other teams, so to bring him back, you know, to have these 3 such quality drivers.
Ich glaube, bis dahin ist noch Honda.
It really does feel like, you know, we got the strongest, you know, lineup on the grid, and you know, Daniel's going to play a key role behind the scenes as well. You know, commercially, as we look to have a bigger footprint in the US. You know, he's going to be in Nashville and doing all kinds of different stuff as well, and obviously with tire testing, he'll get a bit of running in the car and be looking to support the 2. You know, race drivers with the experience that he has. So, you know, it's great for us to have that.
Also offiziell ist es ja auch gar nicht mehr Honda. Das ist ja Red Bull Powertrains.
My friends, I've just learned from our group that Stefano is not here. He will not be coming out.
Wow.
So, forgive me, he will not be here. But I did want to just continue with you guys just a moment. it's wonderful that Ford is re-entering the Formula One arena. Walk us through what that initiative is for your company and how it unfolded with these guys.
I think Ford is a really different company. I mean, Bill Ford, we have Ford family members here. It's a family company, and Bill was always committed to sustainability. And it's about time that the management team catch up with his vision. I mean, our idea is we don't want to make generic cars. We don't make kind of the faceless vehicles. We want to have vehicles with an attitude. And this team represents that. And we want to win in the marketplace. But we want to go electric, and we want to be able to ship software to our cars.
Genau, das hatte ich auch so gesagt, Chibi. Ja.
To have someone go 0 to 60 faster because we sent software to the car. That digital product, that electric product's coming out in the next couple of years, and we're really excited to work with this team on the technology side and also learn from them. The best aerodynamicists in the world are in Formula One at Red Bull, and the most important thing about making a small battery, because the battery is so expensive, is aerodynamics. So we can learn a lot from Formula One, like we did in the 70s and 80s, but for a while the tech didn't transfer. Now it can. So we want to take the technology, and we also want to expose a whole new generation of Americans to EVs, so that they're not this boring point A to point B cars, they're trucks and personality vehicles. That's the strategy of the company.
Christian, this is such an exciting time to be in Red Bull Racing. Can you tell us about how do you define the magnitude of this area for the team?
Well, I think it's a huge era for the team, and of course, as we transition into these new regulations into 2026, for us strategically, it was really important to have the right partner as Formula One moves to pretty much a 50-50 split between hybridization and combustion power, and so for us, setting out on that journey, we wanted to have a like-minded partner, and in Ford with the commitment that you guys have got to the whole EV strategy and so on, we found that, and it's great to see the Ford brand coming back into Formula One. Formula One is in such great shape at the moment with other manufacturers joining us as well in time for 2026, and the competition is going to be incredibly hot. But I think the foundations that we're laying, and the time that we have in the build-up to 2026, we're tremendously excited and very proud today to announce and welcome Ford to the Red Bull family.
Us too.
Thank you guys all so much for your time today, for your perspective, your insight, your passion. Everyone here and everyone watching all across the world appreciates what you do and admires what all of you do. Thank you. It is wonderful that Ford is back in Formula One. The RB19 looks amazing. Thank you all so much for joining us today for the Oracle Red Bull Racing season launch here in New York City. The team is very much looking forward to the 2023 season with the ultimate goal of fighting for another F1 World Championship. A reminder, for Red Bull Racing content, head online to the Paddock. It's where you'll be able to watch race highlights, read driver interviews, and get up close with behind-the-scenes insight throughout the season. This is all waiting for you at redbullracing.com/the paddock. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.
On behalf of the racing team and our partners, thank you for watching.
Okay, und das war's. So. EA Sports has announced a new partnership with Max Verstappen for 2023. Includes branding on his helmet for the season. Okay, interessant. Ja, das war der Stream. Das war der Oracle Red Bull Racing Season Launch. Klare 4 Minuten der Konferenz. Also die Konferenz insgesamt hätte ich fast schon auf 5 oder 6 gemacht, aber man kann sagen, jetzt durch den Ford Reveal dann am Ende noch doch wieder eine 4. Liebe jetzt GTA gucken, kannst du gerne machen. Schau GTA auf den Konfi-Kanal. Aber ja, so gesehen, ja, die Konferenz war leider extrem langweilig, hat sich ewig gezogen. Wir sind jetzt über eine Stunde, wir haben wirklich eine halbe Stunde gehabt, bis irgendwie einer vom Formel 1 Team da war. Dann haben wir 40 Minuten gewartet, um ein Auto zu sehen, was identisch aussieht wie das vom letzten Jahr. Also eine komplette Enttäuschung meiner Meinung nach, der Reveal vom Auto. Besonders da Red Bull sich seit gefühlt 6, 7, 8 Jahren immer noch die ganze Zeit die gleiche Livery hat. Was ich sehr schade finde. Von da war es eine komplette Enttäuschung, eine glatte 6 quasi. Für mich fast schon Arbeitsweigerung, wie langweilig man das gestaltet hat. Doch dann auf einmal der fette Reveal von Ford hat alles nochmal ein bisschen umgekrempelt, hat das noch zum Ende wenigstens sehr spannend gemacht, was da dann jetzt gesagt wurde. Dass man halt Red Bull Powertrains, wie gesagt, Honda ist ja schon seit 1, 2 Jahren draußen. Und dass halt Red Bull Powertrains jetzt hier, sagen wir mal, bereit ist, die Sache hier durchzubringen, quasi bis 2026, ne? Das ist ja diese magische Zahl, wo dann ja auch Audi reinkommt und Porsche auch vorhat reinzukommen. Deswegen, das war sehr exciting, das war super zu hören, freut mich, dass Ford zurück ist, leider nicht mit Andretti, aber zumindest ist da gemeinsam mit Red Bull, auch sehr exciting, Ford und Red Bull, eine wilde Kombination. Wie gesagt, Red Bull war früher dann die ganze Zeit ja mit, ganz früher noch mit Ferrari, dann mit Renault, die erfolgreichsten Jahre gehabt mit Vettel, dann dieser ganze Ehestreit mit Renault, dann sind sie auf Honda, diesen ganz großen Gamble auf Honda gegangen, der dann geklappt hat, sind sie ja Champions und Race-Winner geworden mit Honda-Motoren. Jetzt haben sie die eigenständige Sache mit Red Bull Powertrains, warum ja auch die Motorenentwicklung bis 2026 komplett eingefroren ist. Und jetzt haben sie dann ab 2026 Ford. Sehr exciting times, aber ich habe heute noch was zu erledigen bis heute Abend. Von daher, wir sehen uns. Danke an alle, die hier live zugeschaut haben. Danke natürlich dann auch in Zukunft an irgendjemanden, der sich dann YouTube hierher verirrt. Wir sehen uns dann zum nächsten Launch wieder. Und zwar wird das sein, das hat der Chibi im Chat schon geschrieben, aber ich schaue es selber lieber nochmal nach. Und zwar am 6. Februar ist der Launch von Williams geplant. Da bin ich auch gespannt. Und bis dahin sehen wir uns wieder. 6. Februar, das ist dann am Montag in 3 Tagen. Dankeschön, haut rein und ciao.